Hey, what's up, VC? Long time, long time with no video, but I'm back, and I'd like to basically give a giant shout out to Fred, Big Star 1000, for coming back and making a video and inspiring me to do so. And I just noticed tonight that Chris Cole made a video. You know, that's great, and a huge shout out to the people who have always been making videos, James Buttery and Andreas and just everybody. I don't want to forget anybody, but just the people who have just been keeping the torch alive. I just found that it just wasn't as an important, or not. I shouldn't say important. It's always important to keep in contact with everybody, but it's just making the videos and just balancing everything else just kind of got in the way. But it's summer now here in St. John, New Brunswick in Canada, and yeah, I just felt like making a video this evening. I missed you guys, and it was inspiring to see Fred and Chris make new videos, and it's just great. So I just thought I'd share some of the records that I've bought in the past, I don't know how long, probably 9 months or so. Anyway, I've been keeping myself busy. I've been doing artwork for album covers still. This is I'd just like to share one that I did locally not too long ago for this wonderful band called Tooth The Fang. If you guys ever want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below to their music. Wonderful kind of slowcore. The main singer, a good friend of mine, Jeff, he is influenced big time by Low and Red House Painters and stuff like that, and it really shines through in his work, along with obviously his own originality. But that's the cover. Here, I'll just take a sleeve there so you can see it. I don't know if it'll be any better. Yeah. So that's the drawing that I did for this cover, and then they also got me to do all of the lyrics and stuff. So it's all handwritten. They wanted it all old school. So actually reminded me of a CD that I sent Fred. If you're watching this, remember I sent you this CD that had all this, homemade kind of stuff. I don't know, I love doing that sometimes, but that was fun. And then there's another drawing on the back with the track listing and stuff. But great band. The Tooth The Fang, and the album's called Void, Moving Without Having Moved. And they also put the artwork on the actual CD, which was really nice touch. And then the track listing on mono records. Great stuff. Really fun to keep busy doing that kind of stuff. I love it, man. And I do it just for, I don't do it for money. I do it just for a copy of the artwork, and just to kind of get my name out there, I guess, for other people who may want to do CDs. Anyway, enough blabbing. I'm going to get to some records. In the back, it just stopped, but in the background I was listening to Glass Orchestra. Really great stuff. But this is a wonderful jazz record that I picked up a while back, and I had no idea it was such a great deal. I got it, I think, it's the most I think I've ever paid for a record. But after I sort of put out the feelers on the fraternity Facebook page, they were like, get it for that buck. Give it for that much money. But it's Tarika Blue, The Blue Path. Really excellent, adventurous jazz. If you ever have a chance to pick up this album, please do. I don't know if it's this particular album, but what happened was Erykah Badu had sampled something from this band, and it cost her quite a bit, so much so that they actually were able to reissue a lot of these albums. I just found that out just from doing some research on it. But Tarika The Blue Path on Chiaroscuro Records from 1976. An absolute stunner of an album. The guitarist on here, Japanese guitarist Ryo Kawasaki. There he is there. Incredible guitar player. Really inspiring. I've been listening to a lot of different sort of adventurous guitar players, because I'm in a band called Tire Fire, and I'm not really a musician per se, but I love to just make music sounds with the guitar. And so anyway, this guitarist really inspired me in many ways. But Tarika Blue, The Blue Path, amazing record, just fantastic. Another album, I may have shown some of these in my previous videos, and if I did, I apologize, but I just can't remember what I showed and what I didn't. But I did artwork for this band as well, a couple of their albums so far, and I'm working on another one now. Just a pen and ink drawing, but I didn't do this particular art, but this is a live album that came out by a group called The Band Whose Name Is a Symbol, and they're like sort of like a krautrock slash the heavy, like definite heavy rock vibe to them, and this is really one of their wonderful live dates at this place in Ottawa called the Dominion Tavern. Recorded in April 16th, 2010, and on Drone Rock Records. There we go right there, Drone Rock Records. But if you like that kind of stuff, the sort of Hawkwind-esque kind of heavy psychedelic, yeah, just great music actually, you know. So check them out. The Band Whose Name Is the Symbol out of Ottawa. Great stuff. This one is a little off the genre train, but this one here is they're a band that hold a very special place in my heart, because I've seen them, you know, in my younger days, probably 6 or 7 different times. And just recently, the main singer, Gord Downey, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, brain cancer, and so they're not sure how long he's going to live, and they just came out with a whole new album, and it's called Man Machine Poem. It's a group called the Tragically Hip, and this is a fantastic album. Many people say, like, you know, their previous albums were like nothing, you know, were like misses, but there's always some gems in every album, and on this one, I swear I like every tune. It's just a fantastic album. Man Machine Poem. A really nice touch with the artwork as well, with all just the handwritten, the way Gord wrote the songs. This was all recorded and ready to go before he knew of his diagnosis, but there's a lot of echoes of you know, what happened to him, or what, you know, this just horrible. It's really when the news came out, it really tore the country apart, because they really are a part of Canadian identity. Tragically Hip, not so well known in the States, but definitely known. There's a lot of people who know about these guys, and I urge you, if you don't know them, to check them out. The guy's an amazing singer-songwriter, songwriter rather. Gord Downey and the rest of the band is fantastic too. Man Machine Poem by Tragically Hip, just recently released. Yeah, fantastic album. Okay, another album that I picked up after listening to this, I believe it was on Bandcamp. I checked out this group called Moonwood, and they're based out of Toronto, on an album label called Arachnidiscs, and they had a $1 sale that Scott Stoltz told me about. I hope I said your last name correct. I'm sorry if I didn't. But $1, almost everything in the catalog was $1, and with being in Canada, shipping wasn't so bad. So I really picked up some wonderful stuff. And one of these, this was only $1, believe it or not. This was Moonwood's River Ghosts, and it's really excellent sort of desert acoustic blues kind of music. Really fantastic. Like in the it has a John Fahey-esque feel to it at times, and it also has you know, Tinariwen, it reminds me of at times, and but it's a really kind of a mellower version of that, almost if you use the term new age. It's like got a new age bent to it, but it's a fantastic album. I love it so much, and it's I do believe it's on a really gorgeous color too. Yeah, it's I'm not huge on color vinyl, to be honest, but I could take it or leave it, to be honest. But you definitely check them out. Oh yeah, and it came with this. This group, or this label, fantastic with the artwork and the label and the packaging and stuff. Moonwood River Ghost is the name of it, and there's all the information right here. It's all by a guy, mostly by a fellow by the name of Jacob. Oh geez, I wish I would remember his last name. Doesn't even really say his name on here. But check it out on there. There's the address if you want to check out the music. You can stream it. Enter arachnidiscs.wordpress.com. Really, really cool stuff. Like Fred, I know you'd really like this Moonwood. It's a great stuff. Really, really wonderful. And there's a great example. I mean, again about the attention to detail. You know, it's just great, great art. Great music. Okay, where are we at here? 11 minutes, okay. I'll keep going for a bit. You can turn me off if you're not interested. Here is an album that you could probably go on Discogs or eBay right now and get for like $4 that will just blow your mind. Like, and it blew my mind. I can't believe how great this album is. And you wouldn't, you know, like, people see this guy's name and they pass it up often, I think. But Herbie Mann's Reggae album, I think I got this for like $3.99, and it's it's like mint. It's like perfect shape. And it is such a good album. It's, you know why? Because it has the Tommy McCook band helping him along, and Albert Lee on guitar, Mick Taylor. Look at this. This is such a good album, and it's all covers. It is. It's all covers. It's let's see what the tunes are. There you go. They do the Beatles, Obla-Dee, Obla-Da, Rivers of Babylon, you know, Swingin' Shepherd Blues. And My Girl's an entire side, and it cooks. It is so good. The guitar player on this is just out of this world. Albert, what's his name? Albert Lee? Yeah, Albert Lee's just blows my mind. So, so good. Definitely don't pass this one up in the bins if you see it. If you like reggae and like sort of dub, long reggae tunes, check out Herbie Mann's Reggae. It's so good. It's really good. I play this so much. My wife loves it too, right? Because the tunes are just so like known, like Obla-Dee, Obla-Da, but like done in an absolutely killer reggae style. Like, oh, it's so good. Anyway, yeah, I picked this one up too. This was relatively cheap. I think I paid like $10 for this maybe. Richard Davis, The Philosophy of the Spiritual on Cobblestone. Another excellent jazz record released in, when was this released? There's no date on it, but yeah, Cobblestone is based out of New York. This wasn't as like free and as well, I guess, spiritual as I thought. It's much more laid back. It's hard to explain. I do enjoy this album, but it's not what I expected. It's great though. I'll show you the Cobblestone label too. I love it. Cobblestone label there, the brick. Yeah, great album. Great album. If you see it, pick it up. Yeah, definitely. Okay, another $15 score, I believe this one was. The Warsaw concert by Tangerine Dream. Called Poland? Is the album called Poland? Yeah, Poland. This is a Canadian release, 2 LP set. I love this album. It's I find that sometimes Tangerine Dream can veer upon they can play stuff that I'm not so into, but this is all fantastic. It's really good. And each side is one long tune: Poland, Tangent, Barbicane, and Horizon. Released in 1984. Of course, the Tangerine Dreams are those three cats. Gatefold, a couple pictures of the performance. Great album. Nice addition to the Tangerine Dream collection for sure. Fantastic. Yeah, 14 minutes. All right. This one here is a shout out to Roger Coleman. A good friend of mine who also makes videos you guys should check out. He takes guitar lessons from Chris Forsyth, and I picked this up, Chris Forsyth and the Solar Motel Band, The Rarity of Experience. This is a smoker. This is fantastic music, really space rock oriented. Like there are some vocals that I would like this. I would love it if this was just instrumental, to be honest. But it isn't. But it's just it's a smoker of an album. It's fantastic, and the artwork is just fantastic as well. Something I've been paying attention to a lot more. I always have, but just a lot more. I've been paying attention to the artwork in releases. This is brand new. This is just released in 2016. I do believe, yeah, 2016 on, what is the label? Oh, No Quarter Records. So yeah, if you want to check this out, it's fantastic. It's a 2 LP set. Yeah, nothing on black vinyl, but just nothing special about the labels. But yeah, great album. I love it. I listened to it right from beginning to end. There's this one too I picked up. Really great price too. This was, well, I guess the price is still on it, but it was $10. Soft Machine #7. I only have a few Soft Machines, but this one is just, it's killer. I do believe that this is the one that has like, almost like a dance tune like you would hear like at a club, where the very beginning of the tune just sounds like, it's like electronic music from like, you know, the late 90s or something. Soft Machine 7. It's not all like that, of course. This is fusion, jazz fusion at its finest. Canterbury kind of style, I guess, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, released in 1973 on Columbia Records, Soft Machine 7. Great, like you can't go wrong with Soft Machine, really. I think this is after, I think this was after Robert Wyatt left. There's not really much information, but anyway, all right. And this is one that I heard a tune of this off a podcast or something a while back, and I was like, I gotta just go and order this one. Like I ordered it online, and and I don't really do that very often. I don't order a lot of albums online. I try to just, you know, buy them locally, support local shops and stuff. But I had to have this one. The Heliocentrics, From the Deep, you name it, it's on here as far as genre-wise. It's like, there's really experimental jibs and jabs of music, and then there's like really great funk and like jazz, and this is killer on Now Again Records. Yeah, I wonder, yeah, it's pretty simple artwork and stuff. But yeah, on black vinyl. Really go online and check that one out, because it just smokes. It's pretty cool. A friend of mine, my friend Jody, who, if you listen to the radio show Vinyl Underground, which is on hiatus right now, I'll get back to it, but I'm just taking a break. Anyway, he's starting a bar here in the local area in St. John, and it's all going to be vinyl oriented, and you know, like, he wants it to be the one cool and hip place to go to listen to great music, and I think that's fantastic, because our city is lacking that, to be honest. And he wants me to have my own shelf where like only he plays the records or I play the records, and you know, it'll be my shelf where like I can spin records and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right. I think I'll just do one more, and then that'll be it for now. Well, 20 minutes is a good amount of time. Thanks if you watched the video, and you know, and please, you know, don't be shy to leave a comment, or if you have a question or like a comment on the records that I showed. It's really what it's all about, like, is the communication and stuff. I told myself I'm going to have this new philosophy that if I watch a video, I'm going to comment, even if it's just a small comment or whatever. If I watch a video from beginning to end, you know, someone took the time to make the video, so I'm going to make a comment, you know, and say, hey, I watched this and that's a great album, or whatever, you know. Anyway, feel free to comment. This is Wayne Shorter's Odyssey of Isk. Is it Isk? Iska. Yeah. This is an absolute killer. This wasn't cheap either, but it was a wonderful pickup. Man, this is just, as far as smoking jazz goes, it's amazing. On United Artists, the tune Joy and Storm on this are just out to lunch amazing. Wayne Shorter in his latter years has made like more of like a accessible kind of, you know, jazz, but this is his adventurous side, and it's absolutely amazing. This is in absolutely mint condition too, Blue Note. Anyway, yeah, some great records. I should listen to some of them right now. That's one thing that I've also been trying to do, is make time to actually listen to these records, and it's not easy sometimes because not everybody in the house likes this kind of music. so that's the way it is anyway. Huxley and I, when we're together, my 3-year-old, we listen to whatever I put on, and he's okay with it. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well in the vinyl community, and like I said, I tip my hat. I tip my hat to all the torch bearers that have been carrying the torch of making great quality videos. And you all know who you are. I don't want to leave anybody out by mentioning everybody. I couldn't think of anybody. That's why I feel bad about, you know, mentioning a few. Anyway, take it easy, and I hope to make another video soon. Bye-bye.